Every so often, a single moment threatens to overshadow an entire match, no matter how dramatic the rest of it was.
Quarterfinal night. One team leads by a single goal deep into first-half stoppage time, defending a slim advantage.
Overhead, a network of thin cables suspends the broadcast flying camera, gliding invisibly above the pitch all game long.
Nobody watching thinks about that cable. It's simply part of the furniture of modern stadium broadcasting. The goalkeeper sends a long goal kick arcing high into the air, aiming to relieve some pressure. In real time, almost nobody notices anything unusual about the ball's flight at all. Slow down afterward, frame by frame, something looks different about exactly where that ball ends up. That single detail is about to become the most discussed passage of play in the entire tournament. What happens in the next few seconds will follow both teams long after the final whistle blows. Keep that ordinary goal kick in mind. Nothing about it looked historic in the moment it happened. Replays appear to show the ball's path bending sharply, right around where the overhead cable runs. Defenders visibly slow down on the replay, some raising their arms, expecting the referee's whistle to follow.
No whistle comes. Play simply continues, uninterrupted, exactly as if nothing unusual had occurred at all.
A midfielder gathers the loose ball first, with the back line still only half committed to defending. He releases it quickly to a teammate storming into space between two hesitant defenders. That teammate finishes calmly, leveling the score at 1 apiece in first-half stoppage time. Players surround the referee immediately, furious that play wasn't stopped for what they believed they saw. Television commentary is split within seconds, some certain the ball touched the cable, others insisting it looked clean. Under the sport's own laws, play should stop if the ball touches an object outside the field. The referee, standing closer than most viewers at home, apparently saw nothing worth stopping the game for. Extra time eventually follows. A second goal is added, this one with no controversy attached whatsoever. The other team's tournament, one of its best in decades, ends there, at the quarterfinal stage. But almost nobody is talking about the extra time winner. Everyone is talking about the cable. Social media does what social media does. It gives the incident a name within the hour. Someone dubs it, only half-jokingly, a modern echo of football's most infamous disputed goal. 40 years earlier, a different team eliminated England with a goal a player punched in by hand, unseen by officials. That older incident earned a nickname referencing a higher power intervening on the scoreline's behalf. This new one, decades later, earns almost the exact same kind of nickname, cable instead of hand. But this tournament has something that older one never did, a ball built with sensors inside it.
A tracking system embeds an inertial sensor directly inside the match ball for every single game. That sensor can register the smallest sudden jolt, logging it as a spike in the ball's own data stream.
Engineers half-jokingly call that data the ball's heartbeat, a record of every real impact during flight.
After the match, officials review that exact data stream for the passage of play in question. Their conclusion: no spike, no jolt, nothing in the sensor readout suggesting contact with anything at all. According to the ball itself, in other words, nothing ever struck it in the way replays seem to suggest. Officials state publicly that the apparent change in direction likely came from camera angle, not physical contact.
That explanation satisfies some observers completely and does almost nothing to satisfy others at all.
A sensor reading no impact is a strong piece of evidence. It isn't quite the same as certainty.
Cameras can distort perspective, but sensors can also miss contact that's brief enough or light enough. Both of those things can be true, and the disagreement over which one actually happened isn't fully resolved.
The losing team's coaching staff isn't convinced by the sensor data, not even a little, even after seeing it.
One assistant coach insists publicly that the ball's path clearly changed the instant it passed that cable. The head coach frames it more personally, describing the ball as dropping down as if from the sky itself. Former players and pundits split loudly online, largely along the same lines as which team they support. In fairness, the winning team had its own share of decisions go against it earlier in that very same match. A goal was ruled out for offside earlier in the half, and a penalty shout was waved away entirely. Over a full 90 minutes, decisions tend to even out somewhat, even if no single one feels fair in isolation. That balance rarely comforts the team that loses on the specific moment everyone remembers afterward, though.
The eliminated team created real chances across the full match too, not just in the passage everyone keeps replaying.
More than 2 hours of football gets reduced in memory to about 3 seconds of disputed footage. The losing coach, to his credit, refuses to let the incident become his team's official excuse. He states plainly that his team lost the match, and that this shouldn't become the entire story. He also admits in the same breath that the wire will be debated for years to come regardless. Both of those statements can be true. Football rarely lets one clean explanation win out completely. What's genuinely new here isn't the controversy itself. Disputed goals are almost as old as the sport. What's new is having a sensor-equipped ball whose data can be checked, cited, and still not settle anything. Technology was supposed to remove exactly this kind of doubt from officiating, once and for all time. Instead, it's added one more data point to argue over, alongside the replay angles and the eyewitness memory. A sensor reading no impact doesn't automatically outweigh what millions of people watched with their own eyes.
Human perception and machine data are, this time, simply pointing in two different directions at once.
Deciding which one to trust turns out to be a genuinely difficult problem, not an obvious one.
It's worth remembering that the earlier hand-based version of this controversy had no sensor evidence at all.
Back then, one blurry piece of video and one referee's uncorrected call was the entire available record. This time, there's a referee's call, several camera angles, and a data stream, and they still don't fully agree. More evidence didn't necessarily produce more certainty. It just produced a more detailed disagreement. That's a strange, slightly humbling lesson for a sport that keeps adding more technology to remove doubt. Certainty, it turns out, isn't just about how much data you collect during a single contested moment. It's also about whether people are willing to accept that data over what they personally believe they saw. Players from the eliminated side will carry that specific doubt home, whatever the sensor readout technically says. The winning side gets to move on, carrying the result and, fairly or not, the benefit of the doubt. Neither team asked for the incident. Both will likely be asked about it for a very long time. Up next, a semi-final against the tournament's defending champions, still completely unresolved as this video is made.
This video won't guess how that next match goes. That result genuinely isn't decided yet.
What's already decided is smaller, but still real. Exactly how much any of us should trust a sensor. A ball that can report its own heartbeat is a genuinely remarkable piece of modern sports engineering. It still can't make everyone in a packed stadium agree on what they just watched happen live.
Some disagreements, even with sensors built directly into the object in question, simply don't fully close.
Years from now, somebody will probably still be arguing about exactly what that cable did or didn't do.